What the fuck is everybody? Oh, what the fuck is everybody? What's up, everybody? Bam, bam, bam. Yo, we got a good one today. We got a good topic today. Dating app stories. I know all you fools got them. I don't have them. That's why I'm going to rely on you guys. Also, we're going to need some ladies to call tonight because I know I'm not going to get the straight dope from these fucking... I need to hear about weird dudes in these dating stories, and I'm not going to get that from these weird dudes. So I'm going to need you bitches to call, please. And I say that with love. Absolutely. I just know it's weird shit every single day on these dating apps. It has to be. It has to be. That's also, I know that probably the Grindr dating app stories are the weirdest ones. Not just because it's two dudes involved. One dude is bad enough. All these, like, I know I'm going to hear a million stories from girls with terrible weird dude stories. There's two weird dudes involved in all these ones. That's what I'm saying, at least. Sometimes more. They got the good stuff. They got the good stories. I'm ready. I'm ready to hear it. Call in 916-954-1954. Tell me your dating app story. I just did a quick dabbuccino right before the stream and I am hot. Hot, hot, hot. Shout out to the Zen sponsor of this episode too. My buddy in Oregon, Mike, he fucking sent me a bunch of flavored Zens. And that shit means something to me, man. I'm a different man over here. We'll go on Reddit until someone calls in. That's not even the right window. That's the phone number, though. If you guys want to call, that's it. What is happening? All right. I guess we'll do it like that. That's fine. Matched with a guy who seemed okay. Sounds right. Sorry. I'm looking for my gavel supplies so I can fucking be ready. He said he was 6 feet. I'm 5'8". What a surprise when we met. He was a good few inches shorter than me. Bro, if you're 5'6" and you're going for 6 feet tall for a lie, that's tough. Like, you probably have to be at least 5'9" to lie about your height. If you are not 5'9", people assume you are 5'5", and they're not wrong. It seems so wild to try to lie about your height and then meet someone because they're going to know right away. Like, they're going to know right away. I asked him about, he wouldn't admit to the lie. I asked him about it. He said, my doctor said I'm 6 feet. It's in my medical history. Bro, that is, what a wild defense. Wouldn't admit to the lie. He kept trying to convince me his doctor actually measured him at 6 feet. Why would that be the hill to die on? Like, no, the doctor said I'm 6 feet. I have to be. Like, doesn't even... Turned out he was sleeping on his ex-wife's couch and looking for somewhere to live. That means somebody already fell for this short bastard's tricks. And he fucked that up. Hobosexual. That's pretty funny. Hobos. Met up for ice cream. She's bigger than her pics. Not a ton. Okay, I'll just... That's... First of all, this guy's a dick. Don't even have to read the rest. He's a dick. This is why I immediately... Like, all the topics that had a see, like, a title like I was looking for were all like Ask Men Reddits, and I was like, I do not even need to fucking look on this because these fools are all full of shit. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Met a guy who had many quirks. One was owning 8 forks, using one per week, and washing all 8 every 2 months. No, that's wrong. I mean, I probably should have said that obviously at first, that's wrong. If you have 8, that means you could use 1 every day and then wash them all at the end of the week. That's gross, but it's still, that almost makes sense. It's not right, but I could have rationalized that. One a week, you eat too much weird shit. He's got to be rinsing it. He's got to be rinsing it. This dude's gross either way, but he has to be rinsing it. After the meet and greet, he asked for a report on how I saw our next 10 years would be together. My answer was separately. That's funny. He just liked you, bro. Weirdo, though. That's fucking weird. Something similar happened. Guy was in the military, and he just recently been stationed near where I live. Before we even went on the first date, he sent me a 6-paragraph long text of his entire life layout of his plan. No one wants to hear your plans about shit. When people want to tell you their plans, that's dog shit, bro. No one gives a fuck about some stuff you think you're going to do. None of that is even true. You don't even believe it. You're telling me your plans so you can believe that you want to do that, bro. Fuck off. Come off it. That's crazy. I hate when people do that. Not even just for a relationship. People try to do that all the time. I am even guilty of it because I'm always trying to do some different shit. And I usually am not sticking with it. So if I'm like telling you I'm about to start doing something, I'm fucking manic. Tell me, you need to show concern, not interest. Anyways, I'm still trying to figure out how to tattoo. I'm doing it right now. That's it. That's I've been stuck in this one for a year. So I might be on this one for real. Let me tell you about my plans for it. Next 20 years, not just one plan. He had multiple spreadsheets and had sent me screenshots. What the fuck? That's crazy. Couldn't find my wallet right before a date, so I had to show up without any money and no ability to pay for anything. She laughed it off and told me to pay next time. Embarrassing situations like this are a good way to find out a lot about the person you're meeting. Yeah, that's nice. Plus, she was expecting to meet a broke-ass dude, and she was not disappointed. Meatball, I don't have a story tonight. Glad to see you streaming. Thanks, Destiny. Appreciate you. Wanted to pop in, have a great stream. Bye, kisses. Appreciate you, Dark Plague. I made accounts on dating apps, not to date, but simply to meme my P for P with Shaq. I bet you if your profile picture was Shaq, that people would hit you up because he's a handsome man and he has a lot of money. And somebody would be like, "This might really be him." I know it's probably not. I know it's probably not, but maybe. Just want to do my judge sleeve like how the rocker chicks would do it at school. Oh, Dave and Buster's on a date. Gotta tell you, that sounds fun. Also, very smart date for a dude because the food there is like half off, I think, a lot of the time. I thought it was just because the one by us was opening, but I think I seen like 2 nights a week the food there is half off. I took all my kids. There was like 5 of us on the tab. It was $50. I spent a fuckload on games and shit too, obviously. But for food being that cheap, you could trick me to get there. I'll go. I'll take my family there to eat whatever crazy food you have. I'll do it because I'm cheap. Drop my phone. Went to Dave and Buster's. He lost against me in hoops, so he made me rematch. He started both games at the same time, but even the first time I had won by a landslide, so I don't know what he was expecting other than me throwing the game, which I didn't do. He was visibly upset after losing again. It's crazy to get upset. I will get upset if like my homie beats me at an arcade game, but I'm very competitive. But if you're on a date, that's a wash. You should be stoked if someone beats you at an arcade game on a date. What's that? That sounds tight. That sounds tight to me. To get mad about that sounds wild. Pretty mediocre. I ordered a second drink. Within 2 minutes, he realized it was the wrong choice and ran after the waiter to stop the order. I do not know what this bitch is even saying. I'm having a hard time following this paragraph, to be honest with you. Oh, damn. That's the end of this thread? Ooh, we're going to have to find another one. Go ahead and call in dating app stories. I'm looking for a new one. 916-954-1954. Oh, I set up one for 15 comments. That is not enough. This one has 300 comments, but it's only in Singapore. Okay, Tinder users of Reddit. What is your best crazy story? There it is. What up, Tristan? How's it going? Yo, I just sent you my friend code for PlayStation earlier, and I still have to send it for PC. I haven't been on my PC today, but I got you. Thanks for popping in. Shout out to the one Patreon subscriber. He's in the chat too. You're the man. Or you're the coolest. I'm gonna use non-gendered affirmatives. I'm doing it. Chatted with a girl for 9 years ago. I did not even realize dating apps have been that popular for that long. Like I guess it's just because I'm both old and I've been married for hell long. But like that for me that feels like I guess 5 or 6 years would still be like right before 2020. That's not right. So yeah, that's crazy. It's just crazy to think about Tinder stories from 10 years ago already. Hey, what up, Von Beardo? Huggy. Chatted girl for a week, and then she didn't respond to my last message. Whatever, it happens. 2 weeks later, she messages me out of nowhere, and she's like, "What the hell? Do you have a girlfriend?" No. Why would I be on Tinder if I have a girlfriend? Don't lie. Strange. Met this guy on Tinder. I'm sure most of the dudes on Tinder have girlfriends. That's not a solid defense. It's got to be a majority of them. Love it. It's funny, nice. We ended up dates. 2 weeks of talking. I decided to meet. We went on Good Friday at a new pizza place. This is a lot of details. Oh, good Lord. Wasn't worth it. Comes over to my house. We hit it off, get sushi, come back, bang the bejesus out of each other. That's quite a way to phrase it. And she leaves the next day. We never spoke again. It happened a few times like that. This dude just wrote this post to brag. This is not a funny or crazy story. He wants you to know that he had sex. And I'm not sure I even believe him. But I appreciate the effort, bro. Oh, lid's on there, baby. Started using Tinder back in November. I met with a guy. Still alive. He thought, or I thought, 2 weeks. An hour away is a committed meetup. Talked for 2 weeks though, I could see that. Fuck, an hour drive for a date sounds like a lot for me. I don't know. For a first date, I'm doing it. I would do it. I had to think it out. Love it. For 6 months later, I'm 12 weeks pregnant with his second kid. Wait, what? I just left, with his second kid, I just left him due to violent behaviors. So that's how that ended up. Luckily, he's getting counseling. Who would have thought my life would have changed so much because of Tinder? Damn. 6 months later, I'm 12 weeks pregnant. So that means she got pregnant after 3 months. Quick maths. Damn. That fucking sucks, bro. That sucks so bad. Get knocked up by some dude, you find out he fucking is ready to pop off. Wild. I wonder if they're still together. 9 years. I hope that broad's still alive. That's what I'm gonna take away. We'll go out for drinks and not food. One of the most favorite topics of conversation on the first date. Weirdest date. Most girls are saying enough to share a lighthearted story. excited to read this story in the chat. Let a girl go because she was super antisocial. She kept bitching out and going out to places, and I was in my prime social life. She said, I'm not going out tonight. I'm just not up for it. When it came to my 22nd birthday, that was the final straw. She was one of those emotionally unstable girls. It's got heavy. So he started going. Damn. Well, it sounds like you were wanting to break up with her and then you triggered her into breaking up with you unintentionally, which I think is fine. At least you guys didn't end up together. When shit's fucked up, the best possible end of the story is that you guys broke up. That's hello, what's up, man? Lost him. Is the ring on that phone super loud? Can't really gauge it. Ooh, this window is too large. Call in with your dating app stories. I'm ready to hear 1-916-954-1954. Ooh, new comp tomorrow. It's almost ready. It's so close. New comp tomorrow. I hope you guys are fucking ready. Is this a cross stream? It is cross stream. I'm on 5 platforms. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Kick and Twitch. Had a few mundane Tinder dates, have some terrible Tinder messaging experience. I had to stop giving my phone numbers out because I would get loads of unsolicited dick pics. Yeah, it's crazy that I think I would not give out my number. You're already on the phone and you're already messaging them. So like, if I was a girl, I'm not giving out my number. We could just talk about that until I meet you, maybe. Like, I don't know. It seems scary to be a woman on the internet and in real life. It seems frightening. Someone on Tinder who lived close. Isn't that how it works? It's proximity based, right? Didn't even plan on meeting, but randomly bumped into each other. I mean, that is a story, but that's not a write it down story. Oh my god, I fucked this whole shit. Tinder came to a house party. The next 4 months, we continue to hang out every Wednesday and it turned into great friends. Meeting her helped me get over my depression, and I wouldn't trade that for a hookup. That sounds nice. You just make a nice friend on there. That sounds pleasant. Didn't like the looks of that story. It wasn't going anywhere good. This one haunts me to this day. 18, he was a bit older. Oddly enough, we chatted about Reddit at first, but things were gradually moving to movies. Asked me to see a movie with him. Excited. It was like 5 sentences saying she was excited. Hold on. Hold on. Gotta read that one more time. I had a girlfriend who would give my number out to other dudes in hopes that I would sleep with them because she thought it would be hot to hear about it afterwards. Best part is I do lean that way so that it didn't last very long. Just had random guys hitting me up saying someone gave me their number. Someone finally caved and told me who was doing it. Broke up with her very damn quick. I don't lean that way. That's funny. That's a crucial typo to make in that story. It's funny that wasn't premeditated with you. Like the fact that she was just like trying to like make this situation happen with no inkling on your end. That's wild. This is I was way too one of my best friends. Are there more recent posts on here? Yeah. All old. That's essentially like finding out your number was just in like a bathroom stall somewhere. Also, just be funny to be like, why do dudes keep hitting me up? Like for dudes to hit you up randomly and just try to flirt with you like out of the blue. I would just assume like an attractive girl used to have my number. That would be my first, because I'm stupid, but that's where I would have thought right away. Reddit. That's another one in Singapore. The Singapore dating scene must be popping, and Reddit. That's a like I'm seeing a major overlap here. What are your funniest dating stories you have? Ask me. Ask Reddit. What's the weirdest Tinder date? Boom. There it is. First comment. It's crazy you can still read the replies. Went on a date with a cute girl. We talked for about an hour. She felt more fascinated when I brought up my cats. She was very eager to meet them, so we proceeded to go to my place. That's so funny. Spent a few hours just playing with my cats. She was about to leave. Before she put her shoes on, she goes, "Oh, I forgot something." And she went and grabbed my youngest cat. What? Stopped her and told her what she was doing to her. And she replied, "I thought you let me adopt him." That's crazy. She basically tried to steal this fool's cat. We'd maybe fight. You're trying to take a little kitten, a sweet little kitten. 4-month-old kitten is so tiny. I love cats. That's so funny. Guy offered me a bag of marijuana at the beginning of the date. That's tight. I'd be so stoked. Guy offered me a I started reading. Then spent the rest of the evening talking about molecules and energies and how the government was trying to give us cancer. This must have been some crazy weed that this fool had. You know what I mean? Like, not just that he was saying this shit. I just assume that if you're also this dumb and you're giving out weed, I hope it's like really good weed too. Some pseudoscientific stuff. Yeah, this guy's just a fucking idiot. Just nodded along and ate my food. I would at least be polite and listen. If you give me a bag of weed at the beginning of the date, the least I can do is hear you out. Fast 23 hours a day. Oh, this is like a Joe Rogan guy. Fasting and conspiracy theories. Guess what? 100%. Best part was that the woman at the table next to ours could hear our conversation and we exchanged knowing looks where her eyes were like, what the fuck is up with this guy? It's funny. a guy on Tinder, talked for a while on Facebook before meetings. That sounds sketchy too. I mean, you can block him, but like when you let somebody onto your Facebook, like they are now also onto your network of people that you know. I know that sounds obvious, but like they can find all your friends, like all that. They can find where you live basically from Facebook. Like, but also I have become Facebook friends with almost everybody I've ever been like in talking phase with, for sure. Because Facebook was popping at the time that I was dating. That was like the main one. Working third shift at the time, so this was like 3 a.m. I hung out in his car in complete silence while he played on his phone. Then he started to show me pictures of real dead bodies on his phone. I hopped out of his car so fast. First and last Tinder date. A close one. Close brush with death. That sounds terrifying. Also, I see people die on Instagram and shit every day. So, like, if it's just Instagram Reels, I don't show them to strangers, though. I only send them to my friends who I know also are seeing people get murdered on Instagram. That's not for everybody. With a guy I went to high school with, who I always thought was really good looking, really cool, played sports, well liked by everyone. Probably hadn't seen him in 2 years at this point. But his Tinder pictures still look the same. We agreed to meet up for coffee. He comes in with greasy long hair and a beard. Oh, he's got baby pictures. He's using the baby pictures, and he actually looked homeless. Went on to tell me that he dropped out of college and has really bad. I translated severe to really bad for no reason other than I don't know why. For me, reading it, couldn't focus on one thing. Was fidgeting the entire date. Told me he was now one with the earth. Oh, maybe this fool was just on meth. By the end of it, he told me he was gay. I'm a girl. I seriously thought I was being punked. Maybe he just was having a rough ass time and was like happy to see a familiar face on there. You know what I mean? This fool is surely not doing better. Absolutely. Plenty of fish. That's a really old dating site, right? Just got out of the hospital and a snap blizzard hit. Let's drop her off. No taxi or Uber dare drive out. What? Taking the bus in a snowstorm sounds wild. My car to save her in a snowstorm. And they got married? That's wild. I mean, I would probably go drive out to help somebody I just met if they were like, yeah, because you could also, I think, well, you could fucking die in a snowstorm too, right? So you're kind of risking your shit. But she could also die. That sounds, the stakes are high. Stakes are high for a first date. That's wild. Yo, I got sent this shit from this Moonwalker. And I thought that it was regular weed. And it turned out it was Delta 8 weed, which is through a series of Googles and Wikipedias and a lot of internet bullshit. I found out is basically just less strong weed. And also they sent this to me on a day where I was completely out of weed. So I was like, let's give it a spinsy. And it's cool. I'm about to smoke one right now. But so we'll see if this shit works. Live react. But they sent a bunch of edibles too. Gummy edibles. We'll do a giveaway for that shit. And the terms of the giveaway is if you want it, I will give it away to you. So let me know. I got some promotional Delta 8 edibles. And if you want that shit, you won. We're in it together. I win, you win. I get gas station weed, we're all getting gas station weed. I'm gonna fucking do it. It's not worth it to be doing this show and not smoking. I'll pretend. If it's just less strong weed, I'll just meet it halfway. You know what I mean? Harsh is my first initial reaction, but not crazy harsh, just harsher than I expected. Guy kept asking me out for weeks, even called me. We had exchanged numbers eventually to convince me. Calling to convince you to go out seems like not a great move, I would have to guess. Bring alcoholic, agreed to meet at a bar. That's tight. He just bailed midway through the date. That's good for both of you. I mean, if it's not going good, the best thing that can happen is someone fucking bails. Smoking too. Let's go. I'm kind of smoking. I'm pretending to smoke weed. That's good enough for me. I'm a jeweler. I don't even know. Like, I assume that's jewelry, right? That's cool. I don't know if I've ever met someone that made jewelry. Jewel? How did what's the one where fucking DJ Khaled would say it? Jewelry. It's not even about the jewelry, and then they're like, it's jewelry. That's one of my favorite clips. Of all the DJ Khaled clips, that's up top. That's up top. Yeah, that's weird, man. It's not unpleasant. It's not unpleasant. And I actually am happier than when I wasn't smoking a second ago. But also I think, you know what I mean? I think I'm just maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe. Went out with this dentist guy. We were in a cafe and then he asked to see my teeth and questioned about my oral hygiene. I have pretty good teeth according to him, but that was weird. At least he gave you a clean pass. If some weird dude looked at my teeth, he was like, oh, your teeth are weird? I'd have been upset. What's going on here? We're telling dating app stories. You got one? 916-954-1954. Reading dating app stories until somebody calls in and tells me one. Somebody called a little bit ago, and I thought it was a number I recognized, but it was actually not. And then they hung up. So if you want to call back, bro, I'm here. I'm not letting a dude look at my teeth on the first date. I'm really not. He has to see my teeth. I'd be like, that's all you get. That's all you get for today, buddy. Looking's free, but touching's gonna cost you. Had a few dates with a guy I met on Tinder. It was going really well. Common interests. Invited me over to his house. Cooked dinner, started out great, watched a movie. Oh, they're about to go to the bedroom. He asked to show his favorite room in the house. This is frightening. He's gonna show you something scary sexual. Put a door beside his bedroom and he walked into a baby nursery. Fuck. Not just a nursery with adult-sized crib, changing table diapers. He told me that he was into baby role-playing and would be very happy if I'd be his mommy. I'm an open-minded person, but that's not something I'd be able to do for him, so I politely excuse myself. That's reasonable. That's like, I'd be fucking freaking out. And I don't know if I would even be able to collect myself enough to not be like, are you fucking crazy, bro? But she's more respectful than me. That was about the chick who wanted to see my teeth. If a 10 wants to look at my teeth, I mean, if a girl wanted to do it of any attractiveness level, I would not think that was weird, really. If a girl wants to look at a dude's teeth, she's like, is this motherfucker take care of himself at all? Let me look for a second. You know what I mean? But if a dude was like, let me look at your teeth, it's way weirder. That's way weirder. So like, for whatever reason, that changes it for me. I would let any broad look at my teeth. We don't even have to be on a date. If you want to see them, take a look. I'm an open mouth. You know what I mean? Well, I think women asking to look at teeth is pretty normal. I think so. Because if she's asking to see, that means she already thinks your teeth are okay or sketchy. She's already borderline either way. She needs confirmation one way or the other. If she asks if she could have some, that's a red flag. I'm not using all of them. You could have one. One of the back ones. Yeah, messaged me the next day asking if I would reconsider, and I once again politely told him that no, we could no longer see each other. Damn. She's a nice lady. This is a nice lady. I'd have told this dude to go fuck himself, and I'm sure he did, but until she flipped the crazy switch. Notice the cute French girl. Met a cute French girl. She mentioned that there was a tadpoles in a pothole by her house she wanted to rescue. I never know how to start off, so I figured this was a good conversation starter. I brought a ladle and we fished out a few of the tadpoles and put them in a jar and brought them to a nearby pond. The rest of the first and last date was super awkward, but at least we rescued some tadpoles. That's so funny. First of all, this dude was equally as weird as her. You know what I mean? Like, he was down right away. And he matched her energy. Like, that's tight. And then for them to both have the wherewithal to be like, oh, besides that we're both kind of weird, I don't think there's much else here. And that's also a good outcome. Like, while talking before the date, he explained he doesn't drink or smoke or do any hard drugs. While on the date, he tells me he's going to drop acid tomorrow. Let's pump the brakes. I don't think acid's a hard drug. I mean, kids shouldn't do it. So in that sense, maybe. But like, I would say that's mid-tier. It's more intense than weed or even mushrooms, I guess, but I would still put acid under coke in severity. Yo, what's up? Thanks for calling.
Yo, what's up, meatball?
Bro, I shouted you out in the opening as the Zen sponsor of this show.
Oh, hell yeah.
So thank you.
Which one you got in right now?
Citrus. It's so pleasant. It's such a subtle flavor too. You have to like kind of have to think about it before you even taste it. But then you're like, oh, that's nice.
It's like the La Croix.
It's exactly like a La Croix.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so I don't remember what the topic is. It's something about dating. So I'm just going to say about this fucking person I matched with on Tinder, right? She seemed cool. Hindsight after the fact, because you're talking about teeth earlier, went back and looked at her profile. No smiling pictures with teeth. So when I went to go, and she was kind of weird, and I was probably, I don't know, I was probably asking for it or whatever. Because she's just like, oh, I have a hot tub. Come over and soak in the hot tub. I was like, all right, fuck it. We'll soak in the hot tub. But when I show up, bro, orange teeth.
Oh, buttery yellows. Oh,
yeah,
no.
just like, but like like straight up, like it was getting orange. Like it was weird. I was like, what the fuck? How do your teeth even get like that? Yeah, yeah, super weird. And then turns out like she had like this old dude who's a roommate who's like 45, and he's like a nudist. And then I don't know. I still went in the
So,
hot tub.
so a naked old dude came out while you were on this date?
Yeah, I mean, we were just hanging out. I guess it wasn't really like a date. We were just gonna soak in the hot tub, and then there's just some fucking naked old dude. I was like, all right, well, whatever.
No, there's
Kinda
no
something
way
you should
this
give me
was
a heads up
coincidence.
about.
There was no way this was coincidence. This had to be part of the equation. Naked old dude showing up was always part of the date plan on their end. So that, man, damn. How did you leave? Did you leave right away as soon as, like, when, or you just vibed?
No, I went in the hot tub. I mean, the old dude was kind of doing his own thing, and then so we were just in the hot tub. It was still kind of weird though, and I was just like, eventually, I had a call scheduled with some friends because we were trying to plan something out. So I was like, all right, I got to do this call, so I got to go. And I went into my car, and I just texted her. I was like, hey, this call is more than I had anticipated, so I'm just gonna leave. Yeah, it is weird. I was trying to get out of there.
Taking a phone call seems like a wild excuse to get out of a date, but also it seems effective. That seems like it would work. I gotta take a call real quick. I had planned for this call.
Yeah. Somebody's paging me.
It makes you sound like you have business going on.
Yeah. I mean, like, I really did have that call planned, so I told her beforehand. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll come over, but I am going to have to do this call or whatever. So that's like a potential tip for anyone out there. Just make up a fake phone call.
Yeah, it's a good out. It's a good out. I have a fucking call coming up.
Yeah, at 9 p.m. Yeah, let's see. Another one. This one is just a first date story, but I was just kind of like, afterwards, I was like, what the fuck was that even? This is back when I was living in Sac. Went on first date. Seemed cool. She's pretty, everything like that. She just fucking talks about Disney for like a fucking hour, right? Just like, oh, Disney this, Disney that, like one of those Disney adults. And I was like, this is the fucking stupidest shit ever. Like, everything is just like getting drawn back to Disney. And I was like, fuck this. So that's like that's a red flag for me. No Disney adults ever.
Right away is crazy too. Like, even if you were really into that shit, like you could be really into that shit, like your whole room full of that shit. To lead with Disney is wild. That means that's all she talks about. That's the only thing she talks about.
Yeah, I know. And I was just like, what the fuck? Weird as fuck. And then I texted her back, and I was like, after the date, right? I just texted her like, oh, hey, that was cool, but, I don't know. I was just, I don't know. Kind of like, probably not a good match or whatever. And then she fucking just didn't respond, just ghosted my ass. So.
Oh, she took the power back, bro.
Yeah. Ghosted by a Disney adult.
It would have been so funny if you were like, I just can't be your Prince Charming or whoever. I can't be the Aladdin you need me to be. I can't take you on this magic carpet ride with me.
Yeah, no, it wasn't happening. Yeah, so that's never again, no more Disney adults.
Bro, actually, honestly, better than if you found out after like 3 dates that she was like that.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it's caused issues for her in the past, and that's why she's just like upfront, first date, listen,
just
Disney,
so you know,
everything.
I live for this shit.
Yeah. If you're not with me, you're against me.
Kids were just going, ah. Yeah, that's wild, bro. That's I've known some girls that were like really into Disney and like went to work there because they were into it, like the whole thing. But like, I don't think that she was like that really. And I know some adults. It's when they don't have kids too. Like when it's like a Disney, like when like when people have, like, I watch all the Disney movies, and I did even before I had kids. But like, I don't really talk about it. And I'm not like, oh, do you want to talk about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I watch the Disney movies, like, I don't know, whatever. But it's not like at the forefront of my personality,
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, that's a red flag for me now.
It's gonna be funny because I'm sure it's not even the last time it's gonna happen either. Like, I know.
No.
It's only getting more popular. The amount of YouTube, Disney content I see on YouTube of people who just like review the food there, like there's every niche of that shit, and they're all like that. they're even it's like it's subsets of Disney people because there's also like they're Disney people and these are their other hobbies.
Hell yeah, the blending, the Disney foodies.
Wild, bro. And also I watch that shit sometimes because I want to know what to eat there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah, yeah. All right, if I think of any other good ones, I'll call in again.
Thanks again so much, bro. You changed my life with these flavored zins. I can never.
Hell yeah. No, now you've had a real taste of freedom.
This is why they tried to recall Gavin Newsom. This is that shit.
Yeah, it was a Zin crowd.
Probably actually huge overlap, I would say.
There's a big overlap, yeah.
Thanks again, bro. I really appreciate it. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, for sure. Talk to you later. Bye.
Yo, if I showed up to a date and the person had like a full set of bad teeth, I would be so bummed. And also, because they would know, like they would also know that if you bailed right away, they'd be like, it was my teeth, wasn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd feel so bad. I could vibe though. I'd go in the hot tub. You know what I mean? We could just kick it. He did the right thing, I think. Last slipper just didn't fit. That's so funny. Exactly. I would have said some shit like that. I would have written like a full 5 sentences of Disney jokes back to her. And then if she didn't reply to that, that's on her. You know what I mean? He was doing acid tomorrow. While on the date, he tells me I brought up what he previously said. He argued with me about how sugar is more of a drug than acid. That's funny. See, I know without even reading that, I immediately was like, acid's not that hard of a drug. It's definitely more of a drug than sugar. I haven't lost that much insight about it, but sure, buddy. That's funny. We were at a soccer game. He became aggressive and started making weird grunting noises. The worst part, I overheard people behind us say, "Oh look, these two are on the first date. It's not going well." You see how uncomfortable she looks? That's so funny. When you are uncomfortable, like I feel like that there's like a physical tell. You look like you're uncomfortable. Like that makes sense. I'd be squirming. But also I like acid. So if that guy was saying that shit to me, I'd be like, that's tight, bro. Let me do something. But that's just me. 15 minutes in, we were discussing travel. We've both been to Amsterdam, and then he said, "This is probably more of a second date conversation, but when I was in Amsterdam, 2 hookers blew me while my girlfriend waited in the room." I guess it was raining outside, so his girlfriend waited in the room. That's so funny. The preamble of "this is probably more of a second date conversation" could have led to still a pretty innocent story. Like, I was not expecting it to be bad. But also, like, he shouldn't want you to know that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that should be his little secret. That shouldn't be like a date story. Dudes just have no shame. I'm ashamed of so many things. My life is mostly shame. I couldn't be oversharing bad secrets about myself. That's gotta die with me. Mr. went on a date and he was wearing clown shoes. Comically large red shoes. First of all, that's not a no for me right away. That's funny. Wearing a comedic garment on a first date is funny. But I'm stupid, so I don't think that might be guilty behavior. I'd be into someone like that. See? And the horny toothbrush also said it was awesome. We need a woman caller. I feel like their experiences on dating apps are so much worse. Exactly. I opened the show by saying we really need ladies to call. I said I was, but I also said I'm depending on you bitches, so I get that. I understand. But yeah, we absolutely need it. The first time I did this story is when we got a girl called and said that she went on a date. She was hanging out at a dude's house that she met on Tinder, and halfway through a movie, his girl comes through the door. She's pregnant, and then this pregnant girl fights her. So the girl on the date and the pregnant girl are fighting, and she's like, "Yo, I didn't know that you were. I'm mad too. Like, let's just fight this." They didn't fight the dude, but she was like just trying to get this pregnant broad to stop fighting her. And she said that she took a little bit of a beating. She said it wasn't nothing. And she had the wherewithal to not fight a pregnant lady, and that's nice too. If a pregnant lady was whipping my ass, I wouldn't fight her either, but I would be sad. I'd be very sad. Downloaded just for fun to see what guys were like out there. I matched with one. He was incredibly sweet and charming. Had the same sense of humor, connection, and chemistry felt right. However, again, my mom and I were traveling in the same car together, so it was just the two of us. It wasn't like I could ditch her and go on a date with some random guy. I would never. I'm never obligated to hang out with my mom. Ever. I'm not 11. And this is a nice girl to even feel like that. Because I'd be like, you know what I mean? Out of there. I mean, if they have a hotel, like if you have a hotel you can leave your mom at, she's not just fucking loose on the town. What the fuck? Told him this. We came up with an idea. We made up a story. He was an old friend from college that moved to Maine. My mom joined us on the date, which was pretty much just all of us going out to lunch at this cute soup place in Portland. Good Lord. This girl brought her mom on a first date is what I hear. But the dude seems super down for it, which is fine. Seems nice. He brought his dog along. And he was just absolutely the nicest person. That sounds lovely. Bought my mom donuts. Had a genuinely great time. It was not awkward. Gave me a bunch of little pins. This guy, that's crazy. This is a lot. Maybe he's just a sweetheart. This guy's a sweetheart. That's still a lot, though. I like this autistic. Coolest date I've ever been on. When my mom and I left, she was like, "Why didn't you guys ever date?" I said we were always just friends. She went on and on about these kind of guys should be with. Did they get together? Tell me now. He and I talked about meeting up again, but it never really panned out into business. And then he moved somewhere else. This is a movie, first of all. This is the type of movie that I watch reluctantly with my wife. I would watch that. You need to reach out with him and start something again for the sake of him. First ever Tinder date with a guy. Cute. I thought it was cool. He was from another country. We texted for a week. It seemed interesting. We met at a festival. Don't say that like it's normal. Noticed he was about 8 inches shorter than I'd expected and didn't look much like his photos. Not a huge deal. Like, a lot of people look different in photos. Being very understanding. Too much cologne. Hurrying through the festival. We sat and chatted for a while. I told him how I love children and animals. He did say that when he lived in Romania, he used to pick up cats by their tails and throw them on top of houses. Not a good date story, bro. The next guy she met on Tinder had been together for 3 years. I feel like I see a lot of people overall saying that they met their significant other on Tinder. Like they've been together for a while. At least I've seen in a lot of these Reddit threads. And I've heard about that happening to people. I know, I think, a couple people free to meet at her place. Date. 20s, 30s. 40-year-old man sitting in a recliner. Her son was sitting on the couch. Takes me into the basement. It's so funny he just agreed to go in anyways. Like right away he sees like a fucking grown man and a kid also in there, and he's like, yeah, I'm coming in. Like, you know what I mean? Obviously just anxiety's a fucking nine. What is going on? What is her husband? Being obnoxiously loud, great sex, but super awkward, especially leaving made eye contact with the dude on the way out. He looked just dead in the eyes, just a defeated look. Never went back. It's so funny that this fool was just like, he was so committed to having sex with this lady that threw every scary red flag of the mic's cutting out. God damn it. Oh, then hi. Maybe I just need a new microphone is what I'm getting at, I think. Son of a bitch. That is much better. All right. Jiggled the old cord. It's a pretty good looking chick off there. Everything went fine. She had me over, went to her room, and instead of sex, we were talking about what we'd do. And she dropped the bomb that she's a cam girl. I don't think that's a bomb. And does porn for some pretty big companies. I specifically remember the next hour, like watching asking her questions about behind the scenes of porn. That's funny. It's an industry date for him. That would be pretty interesting, though. If you found out somebody was doing porn, I would want to know stuff about it, too. Tell me more. Met my wife through some mutual friends who I met through my, at the time, girlfriend. She started being a massive bitch. Friends that I met through her told me that my now wife had the hots for me, so I broke up with my girlfriend, was dating with a wife within a week. This was like 2 weeks before Christmas. Been together 8 years. That's funny. When you know, you know. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes. It's unfortunate timing. It's never a good time to break up with somebody. So 2 weeks before Christmas. I have actually done a couple close proximity to Christmas breakups myself. But that's maybe why I'll make an excuse for you. Using pics for about a year ago. Not starting out good. She brought a stuffed shark, and I'm fine with that. I understand the importance of comfort and therapy stuff. I'm down. You can bring a stuffed animal on the date, because I think stuffed animals are cool. If it's clean, if like you show up with a stuffed animal and it's also really dirty, that's, you know what I mean? There's context. Talk in the cafe for a bit. We talk about past trauma. She talked in a loud voice, very, very loud. Discuss. Yikes. Yikes. This got to be very intense. Maybe I need to screen. I just read a little bit down before I start reading out loud. Maybe that'd be good for everybody. Yowza. Yow. Went to a pond and looked for frogs and stuff. We saw a beaver. It was great. Not traditional, but perfect for me. An outdoorsy first date. This was not the first one. People just want to go out and have adventures, I think. And met briefly before, and she stopped by my house. I'm doing it again. I'm going in blind. Ooh, I need to take that alert off, bro. You can go subscribe to that shit, and there are comps on there. That's fine. Long ass story. Went to go on a date to a live music bar with someone I met on the app. Bar was in the sketchier part of the city. We ended up getting jumped by a homeless guy. Yo! He started out by asking to show us his card tricks, cornered us, commanded us to kiss each other, and then took all of our cash. Definitely my weirdest first kiss story. Part of getting robbed is he's making you kiss. Why is that part of it for him? Why would that be part of it for him? All right, now kiss. You know what I mean? What the fuck? I would really hate to be robbed on a date. There's not gonna be a second date. You know what I mean? It's right off top. That's it. Ended up being a little too freaked out to continue the date. He also didn't have any money. Ended up climbing a tree at a nearby park and talking all night, then decided to get late night waffles. We now see each other all the time, and I've actually never met anyone I'm so compatible with before. What the fuck, Richard? There was a second date. I just assumed once you're robbed, you're not, that's it. That's so nice. That's a nice ending. That's the second story I've seen about people saying people were going on dates just for a free meal, and that was the first one that was just from a lady. So I believe, you know what I mean? When the first dude said it, I was like, all right, bro. But first of all, I would love to have someone buy me lunch. That sounds tight. Please buy me lunch. We don't have to go on Tinder for me to ask you to buy me lunch. I would love it if you bought me lunch. I think if I read through these stories before a date, it's given me a lot of confidence just knowing I've never come this close to fucking up that had a date this bad. That's on a good lunch date. God damn it. I gotta tell you, it's really killing me that no ladies have called and told me a Tinder story, because I know that they're out there. I know that it's happening. I'm about to get on to help play some Helldivers though. Anybody's trying to play Helldivers, hit me up. Show on goddamn, what's today? Today's Monday. Show on Wednesday. Show on Wednesday. We'll figure it out. We'll get some calls. Maybe I'll set up the video call again. We'll do some video calls on stream. That sounds tight. In the robes. Streaming Helldivers in the robes. I probably won't. But hit me up. I'll see you guys Wednesday. That's it.